inside a massive Bitcoin mine that makes $70,000 per day. It's hard to believe cryptocurrencies have been around for more than a decade now. What is even more amazing is how the cryptocurrency space has grown and the sheer number of millionaires it has created. We have all heard the stories of people forgetting they bought Bitcoin in the early days, only to realize later they were sitting on a fortune. Many will tell you the glory days of easy money with cryptocurrency are over. But the reality is that this is far from the truth. Cryptocurrency and Bitcoin are still in their early adoption phase, and there are still plenty of opportunities to profit immensely from this emerging technology. In this video, we head to central Washington state, where a Bitcoin mine generates roughly $70,000 in a single day. Let's get it on. Whatever cryptocurrency mining actually is, and even enthusiasts have a hard time explaining how it works, it takes a lot of electricity to make it happen. Whether it's a few servers in one hobbyist's garage or rows of racks in warehouses, Bitcoin mining machines consume power at rates comparable to what homes use, making electricity perhaps the biggest expense item in producing cryptocurrency, exceeding even that of the hardware needed to do the calculations. The virtual gold rush to mine Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies leads us to central Washington state, where a Bitcoin mine generates roughly $70,000 a day mining Bitcoin. A warehouse full of ASIC Bitcoin miners runs 24/7 to manufacture Bitcoin. The location of this Bitcoin mine is one of the world's epicenters for mining. Cheap hydroelectric power increases margins, and a major fiber backbone runs mere miles from the mine. In a custom system design and deployment project, Salcedo Enterprises converted a portion of a large industrial complex into a multi-megawatt, high-security data processing facility for 24/7 Tier 0 cryptocurrency mining and blockchain technology operations in Kashmir, Washington. The conversion involved both the design and installation of extensive passive cooling and electrical systems, along with dedicated fiber connectivity, tailored to provide the highest level of efficiency, cost savings, and safety. Without inside information, you probably would never suspect that cryptocurrency fortunes are made and lost in adjacent Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties. The best giveaway that something big is going on is the non-stop 24/7 clatter and hum from massive cooling fans blowing warm air out of repurposed warehouses, used cargo containers, and even self-storage units. The fans are cooling specialized computer chipsets packed to the brim data center style. There is a huge emerging technology opportunity for this region to maintain a first-mover advantage in this technology space, said Wenatchee local Malachi Salcedo, and the CEO of Salcedo Enterprises, the Bitcoin mining company. Salcedo is developing multiple Bitcoin mines, which are all about computing power rather than digging minerals. The digital miners earn cryptocurrency, virtual money, for processing and recording transactions on a decentralized global network. The draw of the Wenatchee Valley is its rock-bottom power rates, thanks to abundant hydropower, and the mild climate, which is helpful for efficient cooling. But cities and counties in north-central Washington seem unsure whether to embrace this new line of business. In a grey warehouse tucked behind a tavern off one of the main drags in downtown Wenatchee, Malachi Salcedo gets settled in his office, where a wall of computer monitors allows him to split his attention between live feeds of construction sites, photos of his family, and websites tracking the real-time value of cryptocurrencies and their exchanges. He's a master electrician, certified public accountant, and owner of a successful design-build construction business. But it's his latest venture, mining for Bitcoin, that has people cold calling him, with some flying straight from China or Japan to knock at the door in hopes of grabbing a few minutes of his time. A mile down the road from his office, in a converted cold storage warehouse, 1,800 machines with incredible computing power work 24 hours a day at Salcedo's Columbia data center, solving complicated algorithms to earn the digital currency. At the same time, as Salcedo watches on the live feed in his office, crews across the river in East Wenatchee are building a new mining facility for him that's 5 times that size. With even more sites in the works, the founder and CEO of Salcedo Enterprises aims to make his firm the biggest player in Bitcoin and blockchain technology in the United States. Unfortunately for the cold callers, he's not about to build operations for other people. You can't hire us to design your facility, to maintain your facility. You can't buy our facility, we don't do it for anyone else, he says. But it's nuts how many want us to do this for them here in this region. The mining process requires huge amounts of electricity. After the value of Bitcoin spiked in 2018, the cryptocurrency world turned its attention to central Washington, which has the cheapest electricity in the entire country, thanks to dams along the Columbia River and other bodies of water. In response to this modern gold rush, many cities and utilities are pumping the brakes as they decide if and how to build out their infrastructure for an industry many people still don't understand, and that experts warn could totally collapse. While the digital currency has been a concept for a few decades, it wasn't until 2009 that Bitcoin was invented, and other cryptocurrencies soon followed. In a nutshell, Bitcoin was created as a way to exchange value with other people, without needing a bank or other intermediary to verify a transaction and avoid fraud. To do so, a network of machines constantly works to verify the chain of transactions leading up to the transfer of all or part of a coin to someone else. Each time a coin, expressed as a code of numbers and letters, is exchanged, it is encrypted and recorded publicly. After the network verifies that the digital receipt of sorts is the same as the copy they have, they add your new transaction to what's called a block. Then the machine works to mine by guessing the password for that encrypted block. If they guess it, they essentially create new code to add on and make a new block, which is linked with others in a digital ledger known as blockchain. The reward for that work comes in the form of Bitcoin. As more transactions are made, it gets harder to hack the system, as someone would have to control more than half the global network to deceive others into believing that a falsified block matches the other copies of the ledger. There's also less reward for the same electricity, as there are only 21 million bitcoins possible, and the amount rewarded for finding new blocks is cut in half on a regular schedule. Early miners got 50 bitcoins for their work, now they get 12.5, and soon they'll only get 6.25. But with the price of Bitcoin ballooning from almost nothing in its infancy to thousands of dollars per coin currently, and with other coins like Ethereum and Litecoin gaining popularity, the prospect is attracting big players. Salcido likes to tell people not to focus so much on the fact that Bitcoin has value when they're trying to understand his motivations. At the end of the day, his machines are working to build and support a network by writing code. While his machines work for new Bitcoin, they are also processing transactions on a regular basis and taking a small fee in the form of code. Unlike credit card transactions, which can take 1% to 5% in fees, the miners take a tiny fraction of 1%, making it cheaper for people to pay each other while earning him income. This way, he makes good money, $70,000 a day on the minimum. What would you do with an extra $70,000 per day? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications.